Welcome back to Conversations with Chris
and Crystal.
And today it's time for our first Quarterly Life Reflections Checkup.
Yes, we started that in January. Mm-hmm. We talked about what our word for the year was, the greatest lesson learned, what we wanted to look forward to. So here we are on our Life Reflections Checkup because we're feeling led to continue to check up quarterly and check in with you and kind of let you know what the updates are. So we can start with our words of the year, which mine was peace and yours was
wisdom.
And how is that working for you?
Well, it's like God like weaves things together, So I've got the wisdom of peace and contentment.
That's right.
Because, things will happen and you're like, and it's like, why are you getting so mad over such a stupid little aggravation? So,
Right. Well, I came down with the springtime crud or whatever this is in February, and been dealing with some of my kinesiologists and other healers, and they are like, Crystal, you can heal yourself. See, God will heal you, but you need to just go with the flow. And I had a revelation that I had become overwhelmed by everything that was going on and all the things that people wanted from me, like in 2 weeks, and my body just shut down.
Your body said, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Just don't do it. And so that's where that peace comes in, and it's hard for me to sit and do nothing. It's really hard for me to sit and do nothing.
When I was young, I used to get migraine headaches. And,
I remember that.
I couldn't see.
Yeah.
So you can't watch TV. You can't read a book. You just have to lay there and every little sound was magnified and it just made the headache worse. So that was God's way of saying, slow down and talk to me.
Right. Or listen.
Yeah,
listen to me.
Talk to me and listen to me. Let's rap.
Yeah, let's rap. Let's chat about this, shall we?
Yeah.
So you had your greatest lesson learned for the quarter so far?
My greatest lesson learned for this quarter is that kids today are totally incapable of following instructions.
Who knew?
No, I mean, seriously,
Sorry.
I had a thing where they were to write one sentence. Write one sentence like this, skip 2 lines, write another sentence, go to the next page, and do this other thing. So what did I get? I got sentence, right underneath was the next thing that was supposed to be on the next page.
Yeah. It's such a simple instruction. 7th and 8th graders, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
7th and 8th.
Both of them. Yeah.
I don't think one of them did it right.
Do you just want to tell them, dudes? I'm curious. Okay, so I wrote, do this, okay, all together now, all right, and then do this, all together now. Does it make sense to you?
Well, that's not the only thing. I also got, what are we doing? How am I supposed to do this? It's like, go to the page on here on the computer, read what it says, and do that. What was your greatest lesson learned?
I need to know more about being a script supervisor.
Yes, she has. I don't think we told them. But
you don't think so?
Yeah,
No.
she's taken classes and she's going to be, well, you tell them.
Yeah. And, being a script supervisor on a film set, they are actually a pretty important job. They run between the photographer and the director, and they're responsible for the continuity of the film and how it's cut and put together. And like that. And so I was doing a lot of research real fast. I'm doing it obviously for free. They say 6 to 10 for your first 6 to 10 times you'll probably do it for free, and then after that you will never do it free again because it is quite a lot of work.
And you can see some pictures from some of the things that she's done on our Facebook page.
Yeah. And I will be doing it again in April.
Oh.
Yeah, for a couple of days with the same director.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the hardest thing. What was your hardest thing that you learned in this quarter?
Living without running water for 6 days of the week.
How's that working for you?
It's working all right. I mean, it's not like I can't turn it on when I need it, and I do. But, I've got this big old jug that I use to wash my hands with and stuff, and it works out okay.
It's a long story.
Yeah,
It's a long story.
some other time.
Yeah. The hardest thing for me was, again, that script supervisor. I found out about it. I had about 3 or 4 days to figure it out. I had to laugh because my girlfriend said, that's so easy. And
Like she would know.
I know. We don't know. We've never done this before. We've heard about it. We had an idea that they worked on continuity. They have like 6 different forms they have to fill out and keep track of. And they have to follow all of the shots. And the one thing I did learn from doing this one is I never got to see the playbacks. After they would film something, the guys would look at the little, the camera and play it back. I should have been watching that because of the continuity. The finished product, in my opinion, is absolutely no reflection on me because I was not there to look at that. I would have never done it that way. And so I'm a little disappointed, but now I know. One of the things that came up when I was learning about it is you have to be the one to speak up and say, excuse me, I need to be over there where you are. I need to be taking notes while you're there. And you have to kind of push yourself into it. But
of course, nobody told you that.
No. I mean, I saw it online, but now I've done more research, so I figured that out. And there's a gal that might be able to help me, but she's so busy she doesn't have time. So I'm going to have to do some more research before I get to this next one, because there was one form I couldn't find. So I've got to find the form somewhere. But I'm sure I will. So that was a hard thing to do, especially in such a short period of time. But, like my little brother says, anybody can throw something together, Crystal, it's you. And I was the only one with the table and the chair, which is hilarious because everybody came and put their stuff on my table.
Yes, took over her whole table.
I'm like, okay, because you feel like you're kind of responsible for this stuff that people are leaving there.
And you're sitting there with this tiny little space.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to make a note of that airplane flying overhead. Yeah. So our biggest accomplishment. Go ahead.
Okay, my biggest accomplishment was helping 7th grade win the Pause for Life challenge that they had going on.
Pause?
PAWS.
Yes, okay.
Animal Pause, yeah.
Animal Pause, okay.
Yeah, it was kind of a long story too, but there were some people conspiring against them, and then a bunch of us teachers conspired against the conspirers, and at the last minute they pulled it out and they won. So it was exciting.
Cool, that is cool. So again, the hardest thing for me was the script supervisor right now.
Biggest accomplishment.
Oh, the biggest accomplishment, script supervisor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sensing a theme here.
No, there's definitely a theme. And I mean, what was I doing? I'm sitting out in the thorn bush, oh my goodness. And we had cranes flying overhead. And of course, thankfully, they actually don't make any noise. They kind of, and, but I can't remember, one of the actresses was in the bushes somewhere, kind of standing off to the side so she'd be out of the way, and then she came flying out of there screaming because something moved in there and it scared her. Yeah, we never did find anything. I don't know what it was, but
maybe it got scared and left.
Yeah, and the
favorite memory.
Yeah, for me this time was I've never been to any of these film festivals and competitions and meeting the people and more and more. In fact, my girlfriend just called me the other day and said, "Do you want to go to a networking group of film people?" And I just did not feel like I could. And but I think it's really necessary, and it's fun to now more and more go and see people from from the competition, all the other directors and producers and whatnot, and they're like, "Oh, I saw you last time. I saw you at this place." Yeah, and so it's kind of fun. Oh, it's a fun thing. It's different. It's very, very different, and I think it's my new life challenge to continue to go forward.
My favorite memory was walking in the Lost Dutchman parade.
Oh, that's right.
It was pretty exciting. And the guy from the city of Apache Junction took my picture and put it on the city's webpage. I'll throw a picture up here.
There you go.
For you. But,
there you go.
Yeah, I had this fan that I told you guys about that I bought on Temu, and it had this long trailing scarf, and I was whipping it around, and he really liked that, I guess. So.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. That is fun. Yeah, I don't know what was happening. We were standing in line to go in to watch the premiere of the top 20 films for this competition. The photographer, I was standing there in the line, and she came and stood right in front of me and took a picture. I was like, well, this is exciting. I don't know. I'm not doing anything. I'm just standing here. That's kind of weird.
But it's cool.
Yeah, it's different. There,
Must have recognized you from your famous
yeah,
appearance
yes,
in the desk.
Yes,
set.
yes, of course, of course. Who would not notice that? So there was one group of actors, very young people. They did such a good job. No, the youngsters that came, they did an absolutely phenomenal job on the film. They actually had a car accident where one of the girls got hit,
Ooh.
and it just scared the crap out of me. I was
Well,
like,
yeah.
oh my goodness! But they did a really good job. But it was so cute because all the girls dressed up in dresses and really fancy dresses,
Nice.
and they were just eating that up, and you know, and the rest of us were like, okay, you know, we're kind of, you know, semi-cash here, yeah. And what something you loved most, or was that it?
What I loved most was spring break.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh, she's so ready for this now, and she's so into it. What did I love most? The script supervisor. I really am enjoying this film thing. I majored in theater. Done a lot of directing on theater, but I've never done any film. So, and I think I probably could on so many levels if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just have to start out as a production assistant and move into something else. I never even got to be a production assistant. I'm right to the script supervisor.
Well, you know, you said that could happen.
It could, yeah. They're like, we have a hole. Can you fill that?
Yeah.
Fill it. And what do you want to learn? Okay, we know what I want to learn. Okay, what do you want to learn?
I want to learn to stop undervaluing my skills because all the time I'm
yes,
so
yes.
I
Me
don't
too.
know.
Yeah, that's a good one for script supervisor too. Don't
don't undervalue your skills because what you can do, you are the only one who can do what you do the way you do it.
That's right. That's right. And not everybody's going to relate to everybody else. They're going to hear from you and go, oh, now I understand what she's saying, but the other gal said the same thing. I don't understand that.
Yeah,
It depends on how you relate to the person. So
Yeah.
everybody has value in that area.
Yeah.
And it's like we've talked about what do we do? Well, you publishing books, you're like, well, that's so easy. Who cares? It's like, not everybody in the world knows how to publish books, dear. And so,
Well, and I am teaching the kids how to self-publish their own books.
Nice,
Every year
nice.
we do our own book.
That's right. They're doing a book. Okay. And so, what do you want to learn? Or did we already say that?
We did that one.
Okay. And then we're going. Already know and want to improve. Same thing.
Okay, for me,
she's more fun. Yeah.
it's my sound and video editing skills because I've learned a lot over the past year doing our videos.
Yes.
And doing our song parodies. We've got more to come.
We
so,
do.
yeah.
We do. We have a lot of that.
So, yeah, that's exciting to me.
It is. No, it's terribly exciting. She does all of it. She's amazing. And if I make a film, I'm going to have to call you. Yeah. And what are our goals? Same. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, my most recent, I guess, recent goal is I want to make a video about freedom because the Constitution and everything, people don't really understand how important our Constitution is to us, we the people.
Right.
And so Crystal and I will be making that video shortly.
I didn't know I was doing that.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. No, that's a video that you'd like to make.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm up for it. I'm up for it, totally. This is what she teaches, so we're good. We're good. There, you and I were talking about
What's
some
your
other
goal?
stuff here. Oh, the goals.
Same goal?
Same goal.
Same goal.
All right. So I think we're going to have a really big conversation about this the next quarter, about where it ended up. Let's see. I think that is it. So that is our life reflections checkup for the quarter.
First quarter.
First quarter, yay! And so we will get back to you
Check back in the next quarter.
in the next quarter. And if you have kind of found some things to, you know how you get to the end of the year and you forget everything that happened?
That's why we're doing quarters.
That's why we're doing it, because we want to remember, you know how you do your Christmas letter at the end of the year? Well, this is a good way to balance
True,
out.
yeah.
So that you can say, oh, this is what we did for the year, and in your fun family letter to all of your relatives, and you can let them know. And so that's one way to look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as we always say, remember,
Take care of yourself because nobody else will. Bye
Bye for now.